Hi, welcome to the 13th floor. I'm Marty Duda. Today, Beth Torrance is up to the studio to play us a couple of songs and have a bit of a chat. How you doing, Beth?
I'm doing very well. How are you doing?
I'm all right. Things are kind of working, so we're getting there.
Yeah, we're there.
Constant battle with technology, but there you go. And you live in Auckland. Where about? You're kind of outside of Auckland a little bit, right?
I'd say Auckland.
Okay.
I live in West Auckland,
in Helensville.
In
Helensville.
Yes.
That's cool. Oh, so that's a big trip out here. How is it out there these days?
Well, it's much the same. I grew up there.
Yep.
And then I moved to Thames during high school, and then moved back to Helensville.
Interesting.
Just by.
Okay.
chance, really.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Still something draw you back in.
Well, the same reasons as ever, I suppose. It's sort of it's in Auckland, but it's out of the city, and I don't know. If you've been to Helensville, it's just like it's got a very cool sort of timeless feel to it,
Mm-hmm. Right.
A lot of villas and yeah.
All right. So we're here to talk about your new EP called Tiny Flowers.
Mm-hmm.
Just came out a few days ago.
Yes.
You did a gig at a tattoo parlor, you told me? So tell me about that.
Yeah. So Nice Goblins is the parlor, and they put on shows sometimes. So I did my release show there on the 18th of October, and it was lots of fun. EP's out.
Yeah.
That's nice.
There you go.
It's been
I
a
see
long
you have a
time
tattoo.
coming.
Did you get it while you were at the shop?
I actually didn't get it this time, but I did get it at Nice Goblins.
Oh, okay.
So
all right. So you have a relationship.
Yeah. We go back.
All right, that's cool. All right. And so this is your second EP, right?
Yeah, well, the first one was an album, actually, and that
okay.
came out in 2022, early 2022. That was produced by Carl Steven.
Oh, right.
And I made that in Thames, and produced it in Thames. This EP, was largely written in Thames, but mostly produced in Auckland.
Okay.
At Drake Street Studios.
And you worked with a guy named Jacob?
Jake Rush, that's right. Yeah, he's great. I find, when I'm recording my music, I love to sort of do my demos myself.
Right.
That's sort of when I know that I really like the song, is I've written something and I want to get it down sort of properly and have a go at, mixing and just see how it's sitting. And then, if it's going further, taking it to the studio and working on it in that context. So yeah, I guess that's where the studio sort of adds that element of that you're having to sort of communicate with a third party now.
Yep.
It's not just you and the music. So I often find that a little challenging, to be honest. In that, you can't expect someone to read your mind, right? But
it'd be nice
I
if they
have
could.
a vision. It would be nice. It'd be great. No, it was great working with Jake because he was just really in tune with my ideas.
Right.
And he had some great ideas. For instance, there's this spoken word track that's just a live piano song, and he added this reverb at the end of the track where it's just piano, and it just sort of starts to swell and fall into itself. Mm-hmm. And at the end, it's mostly reverb and you're getting a tiny bit of piano, but it's just this sort of wall of beautiful sound.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Now you're going to perform a couple of songs from the EP as well while you're here today, right?
That's right. Yep.
And the first one I think we're going to hear is the title track, Tiny Flowers.
Tiny Flowers.
So what can you tell us about that before we watch you play it?
Well, it is. I wrote it a couple years ago, and I suppose it sort of touches on themes of nostalgia and also of a connection to the whenua, to the land and to the sea. That's what I was experiencing when I lived in Thames, is that sort of landscape. And I think I tend to be influenced by whatever's going on around me.
Mm-hmm.
So that was naturally you know, working its way into my music, and its themes are sort of through a lot of the songs on this EP. Yeah, Tiny Flowers, is named after like these little flowers that would pop up in spring over the hill by my house. So it's definitely rooted, that song and the entire EP in that experience living in Thames.
Cool. Let's give it a listen.
Don't think I ever meant to. We're sitting there for hours, and if I ever thought to, would bring you tiny flowers, and I would leave them on your nightstand and wait for you to find them. And I sat outside for hours, just thinking of ways to tell you how I felt. Yeah, I sat on the grass, leaning up against my house, cornered by the fact that you're my favorite now, and I don't think I'll love anybody else. At least not in the way that I love you right now. And I would leave them on your nightstand and wait for you to find them. Don't think I ever meant to reach for your hand. It just kind of happened like that, like that. Don't think I ever meant to. We're sitting there for hours, and if I ever thought to, would bring you tiny flowers.
All right, we're back here with Beth Torrance. We just heard Tiny Flowers. So I always find it interesting that the most nostalgic songs are written by the youngest people. What do we got to be nostalgic about? But there is, like think about Paul McCartney wrote Yesterday when he was in his early 20s, which is,
That's around nostalgic numbers.
Right, yeah, So
Yeah.
just a thing that happens. Can you explain it?
I don't
No
know.
pressure.
I think the youth are tormented. I think, well, personally, I really take things to heart.
Right.
And music is my way of processing those feelings or those emotions. I think also songwriting is and writing in general is closely related to the senses, or you've got to convey the senses in songwriting in order to create those tangible sort of elements. I think I'm a huge fan of detail in music. And
are there songwriters that you kind of admire and kind of want to emulate, or at least take some pointers from?
I'm a big fan of Elliott Smith.
Oh, yeah.
And of Adrian Lenker, Joni Mitchell, the Beatles.
Yeah,
I think they've all influenced me in some way over time.
Okay.
The cover art is actually illustrated by Chris Riddell. He's an English illustrator. He's a political cartoonist for The Observer, and he's worked, with artists such as Neil Gaiman and Phoebe Bridgers in the past. Yeah, I've been a fan of his work for a long time.
Right.
So I reached out to him and I asked him if he'd like to illustrate the cover, and he did want to. So he's also made 6 original illustrations for each of the tracks, which are in the CD booklet. It's very cool.
Oh, cool.
Very beautiful artwork, and there are some prints that we've made as well of these artworks that are available, or will be available at my shows.
At the merch table.
At the merch table,
Of
as
course.
well some lovely t-shirts.
Oh, great.
Yep, so lots to look forward to for these shows.
Okay.
Next year I'll be heading over to California to play some shows.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you have a friend in California.
Yeah.
Rigby, right?
Rigby, yeah.
Who sings on ankle socks.
Yeah, she sings on ankle socks. Yeah, she's very cool.
How do you know each other?
Well, I was a fan of her music in high school, and reached out to her, and she liked my music as well. And we ended up on the same management roster as well, based in LA. Yes. So yeah, I asked her if she'd be interested in singing on my song, and she was interested. So that's how that happened. Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to do ankle socks for us, right? What would you want to tell us about the song before we hear it?
Well, this one was also written in Thames. I think it has, it's got this video that accompanies it that really reflects that sort of dreamy or dreamlike quality that I think the song emanates or tends to emanate.
Right.
Yeah, it's got this beach scene, this sort of faded beach scene, and there's this red velvet curtain and this dark green wall, and it sort of looks a bit Lynchian almost.
Oh yes, as soon as you say red velvet curtain,
red velvet curtain.
yeah, that's David Lynch is right there.
Yeah. So I think that video really beautifully reflects the song, and and the sound, and I love that song. So.
Excellent. All righty. Well, we'll give it a listen. In the meantime, thank you very much for swinging by and playing and singing and talking.
Thanks very much.
And good luck with everything.
Thank you
You're
for having
welcome.
me.
Please tell me one thing. I'll be careful with your skin between my teeth, I promise. I'll trace the weight of your veins to a point like you wanted it. I'll take all your photos out of my wallet. And in the morning when she calls, I won't bark, I won't bite. I'll leave your room till the afternoon light. I won't bite. When you light up a stick and suddenly I'm just another interest. But I wanna intrude more than I am, more than I have, more than I am, more than I do. What would I do without you? sit on curbsides.